show me the money. 3 by 3 by 3. You will understand what that means in a little while. But let me say this. You are watching this because the words attracted you were show me the money. Now, it doesn't make a difference what company it is. It does make a difference, though, what industry it is. All right? And why do I say that? Most people that you know, they're either in the travel industry, they're in the health industry, and there are a bunch of companies out there doing that. So what does that mean? That means that one day you're going to get inbox about this travel company. The next day you get an inbox about this health company over here who came up with this new product, or this other company, health company, that just, they're going to show you how to lower your eyes, get rid of your wrinkles or whatever, okay, or how to drop 20 pounds. All right, so what do you do after you drop the 20 pounds? Oh, then you need to take this to make your heart better. Yeah, right. But think about this. You didn't get into the company for the product, whether it was health or whether it was travel. Okay, that's not the reason you got in. You got in it for the money. Now, to be successful, they say that you have to find a market niche, and then you have to be able to fulfill that market niche. Well, you know what? I think we've actually done that. And we've done it right here. You got it. And the hottest market that's out there right now in the industry. And think about this. We are the first MLM company to do this. Okay, this company has been 3 years in the making. It's going through all the checks. Everything is in place. It's been endorsed by, we call him the watchdog of the industry, which is Mr. Troy Dooley. You just look him up on YouTube and you'll find out what he has to say about our company. And then, of course, we have the services of the top MLM lawyer, which is Mr. Kevin Thompson. That's all I'm going to say about that, because this is about the money. What you're going to have to do is click the link below in the description of the video afterwards to get a full presentation. I'm focusing on the money to be made, because if the money's not right, then the product doesn't matter. But I just want you to understand that you're in a top industry. $40 billion right now, going to 60 in the next 2 years. Now, I'm going to tell you who gets it. And you know he does not need any money. Mr. Mark Zuckerberg, he gets it. 1 out of every 4 Facebook users play games. Now understand this. There's 7.7 million users active a day. And 1 out of 4 is playing games to the tune of 11 cents. 11 cents is what he makes per person is playing the game. Now 12% of the Facebook revenue comes from a company called Dingna. And they're the marketers of the famous game, I know somebody's invited you to play it, called Farmville. Okay? So if they didn't invite you to play that, of course they probably invite you to play Candy Crush. We'll talk about that in a few. Now, the statistic I'm showing you here is from 2013, first quarter. Facebook reported making $213 million, mostly from social games. So here's my question. Whether you're someone that referred somebody else to play a game, or they refer you to play a game, did any of y'all get a commission? Did Mark send you a check? And the answer is no, he didn't. But he's building his wealth, right? Well, what about you getting paid? And that's why we're on this presentation today. So this give you some quick statistics because I think it's important. First of all, as I mentioned, it's a $40 billion game industry expected to grow to $60 billion in the next 2 years. Candy Crush sold for over $6 billion, and 93 million play that game every single day. A bunch of them on Facebook. Clash and the Clans made over $830 million in its first year, and the company that made it, Supercell, is worth over $10 billion. Now you got 2 billion mobile devices that will be sold this year alone. And think of this, every year somebody becomes of the age to have their own mobile phone. I have a 9-year-old grandson, okay? He has to be timed or timed out from playing his mobile games, okay? He's also a good soccer player, so don't think he just sits there and does that all day. All right, 48% of the mobile game players are female. So what does that mean? The other 52%, you got it, that's us. Now here's what you should be looking at, and this is very important, all right? They used to say that the baby boomers were the biggest market. That's the guys that are my age. And yeah, we kind of missed out on this mobile game generation. But the Millennial Generation, 74.5 million Americans and growing, right? I like to look at this like McDonald's, okay? I like to look at it like McDonald's because Because what McDonald did was they looked at the generation that was going to grow up to become adults. Okay, so the mobile game industry is focused on the millennial generation, and as they get older and have babies, guess what? You got it. So that's 40, 60 billion in 2 years. What about the next 5 years? What about the next 10 years? You got my point. All right. So let's continue on here. Now it's time to talk about the money. And I want you to stay very focused from this point on. All right? Because the first thing that I'm going to talk to you about is we talked about that 3 times 3 times 3. Now, I'm sorry that my little cursor here doesn't have color to it. But as you see, there's 14 different levels. And your job to do is to sponsor 3 people into the business, that show 3 people to business. And if you do that, what will happen is that, as you see here, you'll be earning $5 a day. You will have a $250 bonus. Okay? So we're going to stop right there. Then the next thing you do is you help your 3 get 3. We're on the second 3, right? So that means you have 12 members. Now you're up to $20 a day. And your residual check monthly is $600. Do you realize that just $400 or $500 can stop a family from going broke in America? Okay, so don't look at it like a little bit of money, because believe me, it's a whole lot. Now I'm going to go down to one more, and then I'm going to stop right there. This is level 3, which is our Ruby. All right, you help your 3 get 3. All right, now we're up to 39 members. Now you're at a residual check of $900 a month. Okay, and on top of that, you just collected another bonus of $1,250. Now, this is what I'm not going to do for this, because I want to get to something else that's just as big, if not bigger, if you understand it. All right, because you can go all the way down to $90,000 monthly residual check. That works out to be $3,000 a day. So you started at 5, and you go all the way through all the 11s. You're at $3,000 per day. All right, and you've collected bonuses of over $200,000. If you add it all up, that's over $869,000. It's just under $1 million. That's crazy, folks. Okay, but remember now, I've only focused on the first 3. If you notice up here, it says something about 4 qualified. This is what I want to get to. All right, this is called a builder's bonus. This is your 4th person. This is your 5th person. This is to infinity. Okay, this is just crazy. Okay, let me go back a second. All right, because you see that $500 right there. All right, that kind of matches this $500 right here. All right, so you go out and help your first 3 people, starting with your 4th. You help them get their first 3 people. They make $250, remember? And they make $5 a day. But now you make $500. So here's the question. In a month's time, how many people can you help to sponsor 3 people into the business? Remember, if you help just 3, okay, your first person, that's 500. If you help 2, get 3, that's 1,000. If you help 3 get 3, that's 1,500. And if you help 4 get 3, that's $2,000 a month. That's just in bonuses. That's on top of everything else you're doing. Now, let's go down, because this is heavy. Now, you're going to help that 3 get their 3, right? So now look what happens. When you help them get their 3, they'll have 12 people in their organization. But look over here. They get $500. You get $1,000. So how many people are you going to help? If we already know if you help 1, it's 1,000. If you help 3, that's 3,000. If you help 4, that's $4,000. That's just crazy. Now, let's go down one lower. All right, this is exciting here. You help your 3 get their 3 get their 3, which is at 39, right? Now, that person collects a check of $1,250, but look at what you get. $2,500. So in a month's time, in 2 months' time, Does it make a difference? How many people can you help? If you help one, that's 2,500. You help two, that's 5,000. If you help three, that's 7,500. But if you help four, that's $10,000. Now, something I meant to mention, I guess I didn't. Our top leader on our team, Mr. Jay Johnson. Okay, I'm not going to tell you his name because you're going to probably be trying to find him, all right? I don't want you sticking nobody up. Listen to this, okay? And you've seen me put up my little sign about $50,000, okay, in 30 days. Mr. Johnson did, all right? I actually found out it was 59,000, but more important to that, to today's date, which is now the 10th of July. He started on 1 June. He's made $108,000 in helping people to do exactly what you see here. Okay, that's how much money he's actually made. Now let's go down one more. I didn't actually go ahead and write it all out. I ran out of space really. But the question is, you help a person get to 100. Now it could take you 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. It doesn't make a difference. Okay, but the question is, within a year, how many people can you help to recruit 100 people times $6,000? The way you have to look at this is everyone that you bring on board, as far as building bonuses are concerned. All right, building bonuses is concerned. This is important because we're not talking about the bonuses that you're going to make over here up to $200,000 in bonuses. All right, we're talking about builders bonuses. Each individual, if you add it up, is worth $10,000 to you that you help. And the company did it that way to make sure that you would help someone else. You wouldn't just come in and sit back and wait. Okay? Now the question is, all right, well, where do I find my 3 people? So I thought while we were here that I would go ahead and point that out to you real quick. All right? Just think about this just for a second. This is your circle of influence. The way I do my math when I get here, because I was always told we touch, everybody touches at least 500 people in their circle of influence. In actuality, what they've got here comes out to roughly 610 people. All right, so what I always tell a person, I get with them on the phone, all right, I will ask them for 15 names, and I say without prejudice, don't try to think for that individual. The person they should start out with the most, they don't. If you're 25 years old and you've got a sister that's married or a brother that's married and they're 27, 30 years old, you don't think they need more money in their house? You've got a cousin that's around your age that's married with a family, they don't need more money. So immediate family. Okay, you've got 1 to 10 right there. Then your personal level. These are friends, co-workers, those you see on a regular basis, to include your barber or that lady that does your nails. Okay, ladies, all right, and a lot of you get your hair done at least once a week. Okay, so beauticians, wow, right, great business partners. Barbers, great business partners. I just thought I'd throw that out there to you. So that's only 100, but now from 100 to 500, it's your social level. That's your neighbors, your business partner, your church friends, your sports, your parents, your vendors, and guess what? I haven't even touched social media. I am friends on Facebook with over 4,500, 4,600 to be exact. Okay, because I'll be honest, I go back and clean some out. But I'm in contact with that many people just on Facebook. On LinkedIn, I'm up over 5,000. I know I'm at 10,000 on Twitter. You see where I'm going? Okay, so we touch a lot of people every day and we just don't realize it. So if you think I'm finished, no, I'm not. We talked about that Millennial Generation. All right, I just wanted to put a face on there for you because these are the people of the future. These are gamers, 100%. 18 to 35. That I mentioned at 18 to 35. In this particular business, believe it or not, the Federal Trade Commission has said someone can start into this business at the age of 14. Now, I remember being in high school at 14. I had to get a part-time job, or Dad made me get a part-time job to be able to help pay for my school clothes. So what's going on right now? Guess what? Kids are out of school. That's what they're going to need very shortly. New clothes. All right? Here comes the bomb. This is the bomb right here. When you talk about your millennial generation, where do you find a number of them? Okay? What about your local colleges? Think about this. If you would go out and introduce this, because they're doing it anyway, okay, they're doing it to chill out after studies, okay, at the end of the day or whatever. But just check this out. One college, what I'm thinking of in my head, and it's in the state of Texas, over 50,000 students. Now, why am I so heavy on college students? Okay, because I used to do debt management. College students get out of college. I think the last thing I saw was 25 to 30,000 in debt. I knew college students that were actually, there was one couple I can think of, they were $70,000 in debt. All right, you can help them not to do that. So don't forget the college students. So I've hoped in a very short period of time that I've been able to do exactly what I told you I would do. And feel free to back this up and look at those numbers again, because they're real, which is show you the money. But now remember this, everything you've seen here, all those figures and whatnot, they're just a dream unless you take action. Okay? So if you are with me, yeah, I haven't told you the name of the company on purpose if you're looking at this on YouTube. All right, because I've got a link down in the bottom because I want contact with you. I even got my Facebook stuff down there. All right, go to the link. Click on the link, watch a full presentation. But now if someone sent you to this video, you do them the courtesy of going back to them first because they're my team partner. Okay? So you show them that courtesy. You go back and see them. But if you just found this on YouTube, click that link and you watch a full presentation and you come on to join me on the inside and you take this video and you show this to somebody else. All right? Because if a person is not in the gaming industry, if they're not making their money from playing games, then guess what? They're losing out. All right? So, I mean, this one, like I end everyone, I will definitely see you at the top, or I'll be waving to you from the top. God bless. Have an awesome day.